Hi, welcome to Pros TV. I'm your host, Diane Lauer, Editor-in-Chief of mensphysique.com, and I'm here today to help you develop your forearms. It's one of those areas that oftentimes is neglected. And don't get me wrong, you can develop good forearms doing exercises like deadlift and pull-ups and things like that, where you're really working your grip and through your forearms. But if you want to get that meaty forearm right here and get that good development through the top of the forearm, you need to focus with a couple specific exercises for the forearm. So I'm going to take you through some of those right now. First, it's going to be a really basic forearm curl. So we're going to take the bar, and you can do this with or without a pad under your forearms. But I like to use a pad, keeping my forearms perpendicular, rather parallel to the floor. Let it roll down into your fingers and curl up. Let it roll all the way down into the fingers and curl up. This is working the underside of the forearm. We're going to hit about 5 sets of 10 to 12 reps, and then we'll switch to the next exercise. Once you finish the curls with the forearm that way, you're going to turn the grip over. So before we were using what was called a supinated grip, now we're going to pronate it with the hands down. And this is going to be a reverse curl. So we're here, forearms are resting in place, locked in, and lift. It's down and up. And you should see the tops of the forearms here really working. All the way through the forearms, even the brachioradialis kicking in. The brachioradialis, just so you know, this muscle right here. Oh, 3 more reps. Here we go. And between the two of those exercises, you're getting some great work on the top and bottom of the forearm. I'm going to get, again, about 5 sets, anywhere from 10 to 12 reps per set. Now once you wrap those 2 exercises, one of my favorites is right here, the barbell behind your back. And what this does is it takes the concentration. You don't have to worry about focusing on keeping your arms parallel. You just let your arms hang naturally, just behind you, and you let the weight roll down in the fingertips, and then crunch right back up. Let it roll down, not too far that you lose grip, of course, but then bringing it back up, down and up. You should see the bottom portion of those forearms getting a good flex, stretch, and then flex at the top. And with this exercise, we're going to knock out 5 sets, 10 to 12 reps. To train your forearms, you don't need a lot of fancy equipment. Sometimes you just take something as simple as a bar that looks like you would use with a cable, and you use it by itself to get the forearms you're looking for. So this exercise, because a lot of the work that happens in your forearm is some sort of rotation, being pronated to supination, like say in a dumbbell curl, there's a lot of rotation happening. So here what we're going to do is use just the plain steel bar for working at rotation to help strengthen all of those muscles through the forearm, over and back, over and back. And if that's not heavy enough, just grab a longer bar. So we're here, over and back. And you can adjust your resistance simply by sliding closer to the center point of the bar. Yeah, this is a challenging one. And to make it harder, it's just farther away. You can see I can barely lift that because it's so heavy at that point. And then when you finish that, you switch hands, other side, same thing. The nice thing about doing these single arm forearm exercises is you can just go from one right to the next, because they are smaller muscle groups. They don't require as much oxygen to refuel, so you can just move side to side, side to side. So let's knock those out, 5 sets of 10 to 15 per arm. And the final exercise for this forearm routine is going to be focusing specifically on the brachioradialis, which is this muscle right here in that forearm. I'm going to grab the bar, arm is resting on the thigh, and it's just down and lift. Down and lift. You see I made an adjustment there. It was a bit too heavy for me, so I just slid the bar down, lightening the load. Stretch and squeeze. This strengthens the wrist and all the way through the forearm. You see those muscles working. We're looking at roughly 5 sets. You guessed it, 10 to 12 reps. And depending on your strength level, again, you use a longer bar, like so. If you're stronger, if you're going for more reps and it's a little too heavy, just go with a shorter bar. And again, you can adjust the resistance just by sliding the bar down in the hand. Now it's easier. And then harder, more challenging for more weight right there. And again, you're looking at 5 sets, 10 to 12 reps. Thanks for watching us here at Pros TV. Once again, I'm Ian Lauer, Editor-in-Chief of mensphysique.com. Make sure you tune back in for our next training session.